Yo, good morning guys, what's going on? So being live streaming right now, I'm live streaming at the current moment and doing some Instagram stories. But day one of the FTMO challenge, we have completed it. Really good kind of a London session slash New York session. We're drinking some coffee right now, and we took a trade on the Nasdaq 100 for kind of a level 3 break on my system, not on the ASFX system. So we took it right over here. We almost got stopped out right over here, but I trusted my stop and trusted the system. Came all the way up, liquid 50 rising, and literally my initial target was this zone right over here, which is a wick fold from the previous high, but it just shot all the way up. And for us, we got about 4R on that. So for me, the most important thing whenever you're taking the FTMO challenge is the day one, the first trade that you have to make sure that it's a profit. Because for me, as being a profitable trader, the thing really that I'm mostly have to be aware of whenever I'm taking the FTMO challenge is my psychology. So having your first trade to be a winner for the FTMO challenge is definitely going to be really good for your psychology. I won about 0.7% on that, so not too shabby. I was risking about 0.3% on that, so it is what it is. I went really low risk on that, just because if it was a loser, I would I'm okay with losing that much. We're gonna get ready for the New York session, and we're gonna get ready for the stock open, because I'm looking for some stocks that I want to trade today. So it's gonna be exciting, and yes sir. Yo, what's going on guys? So right now I'm gonna head to the gym. I just finished my trading session, which had a pretty good trading session, was up about 0.20%. So it's a big day. Like, stocks literally went up like almost 4% on the Nasdaq 100, which is literally insane. So I didn't take advantage of those moves because I was out of the desk once I hit my profit target. So it is what it is. Once we start risking a bit more on the FTMO account, then we're going to see some big moves on that. So I didn't trade on my main account today at all, which to be honest, it's a bit of a relief, because I don't really have to just basically go for it and be so focused on it 24/7. So right now I'm having a pretty chill day. Had some packages that come. You got that cool mat right over there, so lots of cool stuff that's coming in right now. So yeah, let's go to the gym right now. Yo, what's going on, guys? So hopefully you guys like that cool edit from the gym. So now I'm back from the gym and we're going to be going over the recap for the NASDAQ 100, my trades that I took today. So hopefully you guys are having a freaking awesome day. Looking at the FTMO matrix, matrix or whatever, I have the current results. So we saw an equity curve. I was up $75, which I'll show you guys. At one point I was risking about 0.03%, and I made 3x my initial risk. So we just had like a slight fall down, and then eventually our equity curve came all the way down, as you can see right over here. So right now, for the minimum 10 trading days right now that we have, it's only one day, since today is the first day. Max daily loss $5,000. I have my max daily loss at 16 bucks, max loss 16 bucks, profit target 337. So it's a bit small, not gonna lie. 337 is quite small, but today I just wanted to really kind of just calm down and not jump the ship. I wasn't able to capitalize as much as I could, just because of it's a Monday. I have my rules, I have my trading plan already set for this whole FTMO challenge, and I cannot be trading like a lot of trades with a lot of risk on a Monday or a Friday. Is that I have to create kind of a buffer before I start initially putting some bigger risk onto the table. And that's just because I don't want to be going into a trade in the red. I don't want to be in a negative equity territory. I want to make sure that I have positive equity in the account. We have around 300 bucks, which is, to be honest, it's not that bad. 337 bucks for today, it's not that bad. So I will be upping my risk tomorrow and the rest of the week. The equity on the account is $337 with an average profit of $37. The number of trades is 16, which is quite high. I'll explain to you guys a little bit later on why I took that many of trades, but basically what I trade today is scalping. So that's why you're seeing a lot more trades than usual. The average risk reward is 1.50, which, to be honest, is quite good. Based on my main account stats, is about 0.4, 0.5 R, with an average win rate around 80%. So the win rate is 81% right over here, which is pretty good, not gonna lie. Profit factor 648, which is, come on, like that's not realistic at all. Expectancy 25 bucks, average loss 24, average win 37. So the average win is much bigger than the average loss, which is pretty good. And right over here we have basically all the trades that we have for today. Most of them being green, and the only symbol that I traded today was a NASDAQ 100 because I did not find any Forex pair, which I'll explain to you guys later. So jumping into the charts right now, so basically my first trade of the day, the first win of the FTMO challenge, has credited with this trade on the screen right here. So we were trading into kind of a level 3 bearish divergence. It wasn't bearish divergence whenever I got in. After I got in, there is bearish divergence that formed, which is quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. Basically, I trusted my stop, which is at the pin low right over here. So I trusted my stop, and basically the trade was close to stopping me out. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh, am I gonna really go red today on the first trade? But I did risk about 0.03%, which is about 30 bucks. And the reason why, like I said again, is I'm risking really low risk on the couple first trades of the FTMO challenge. I think everyone should be focused on getting a buffer size and being conservative in the beginning and not trying to hit like a home run. So later on, it just bounced off this pivot right over here, kind of consolidated. Liquid 50 was still rising up in the buy zone. We saw this big momentum bar push, retest, push all the way up. So I was able to get about 4R on the chart. Around right over here. I was risking about around maybe a little bit less than 30 bucks, and I made about 75 bucks on that. So going forward for the day, there's a lot of good opportunities for me to take, but I just basically ignored them. And I was getting ready for the market open, and we were taking some longs off kind of a level 2 right over here. And basically I got faked out right over here, lost on this trade, and then I entered one more time for some apparent reason, which I know I should have never entered on this trade, but I entered on this trade thinking that this is a false breakout for the buyers and the second push will be the actual push, and it totally failed. I know I should have never taken that second trade right over there. Like, it was just pretty stupid in my opinion. I don't know if it was an impulse kind of a trade, because for me the idea still seemed legit because the momentum was there. I'm a momentum trader. I see the momentum and I jump in based on my system. So it fit my description, it fit the system, except the liquid 50 was falling, which it was my bad. So it is what it is. And then I shorted it on the market open as I saw the volatility and sellers jumping in, and made some money right over here. And it came all the way up to the 50 EMA right over here, and I took a short right over here, made some money, and then basically I saw bullish divergence forming, took a trade right over here, and basically just scalped it all the way up over here toward the ADR, high of ADR level that I marked up. So this is something that's pretty funny to me. So like general direction, I was scalping it over here, so it was really choppy. Like we saw that, you know, there was big bearish momentum bars, as you can see right over here, just choppy, like ranging and choppy. I'm not seeing a lot of continuation of the levels that I usually want to trade at, and so just a lot of choppiness, and right over here choppiness. So as soon as I got out right over here, it literally shot all the way up massively, and I was like, oh, that sucks. So after this last trade, I got off the trading desk because I was done trading. I didn't want to get FOMO. I didn't want to lose my profits for the day. It just completely went all the way up, as you guys can see, like demolished. Like it just, I believe like the market is just trying to piss me off or something like that. But it just came all the way up. Like I could have scalped these like really well, and so I jumped in, I guess later on. Like I took some scalps right over here, not really significant scalps based on my system. I traded these off my scalping strategy right over here, which, you know, they're not the most high probable setups, but you know, I was in the gym and I was looking at opportunities. And I knew that with this massive run, we could see a lot of volatility to the downside, and usually within the last couple of hours of the market close, we're going to see a lot of like buyers and sellers jumping in, a lot of investors just basically closing their positions. And that's where you can have like a volatility spike where you can trade it in that general direction. I had a green day on the first day of FTMO, which is really important. We also had some ideas on a few JP pairs, so sorry about the markups not being here. I had to restart my computer and all the markups were just erased, which is a bit unfortunate. I wasn't able to save all of them. So you know, JPY, we're looking for kind of a long bias right over here. We had these ideas to take a long off the pivot, daily pivot, as well as the 50 EMA, but it did not, you know, go according to plan, and it, you know, it finally just pushed all the way down. And then later on, people were trying to take a long in here in ASFX off the 200 EMA, but it was just really choppy, and you know, most people got stopped out because of that. Same with JPUSD. We were trying to take it long off the level right over here, underneath the 50 EMA, and it's just really choppy, but eventually it did go all the way up. But for me, I just marked it as a kind of a C setup on all of them. That's why I traded, because of the bearish divergence on top. As you can see, price action is rising and the RSI is falling. So to grade all these ideas as C setups, and they were not worth my money. Like whenever I'm trading Forex, it's going to be very high probable setups. It's nothing like NASDAQ where I'm scalping, because the system is based on NASDAQ and, you know, my personal edges whenever it comes to the NASDAQ market. But Forex is completely different. It's kind of like a different trading style that I trade on Forex. I'm always looking for the most high probable setups. So JPUSD was not a really good idea. Basically, EuroCAD, like, you know, we had a short bias on it, but just really choppy, as you can see right over here, up and down. Euro GBP, just really choppy, nothing really significant. I didn't like how the liquid 50 was rising right over here. Euro AUD, just really choppy. Like, as you can see right there, really choppy. Swapping liquid 50s, EMAs are counter trend. You know, same with JPAUD, the EMAs are absolute crap right over here. I just don't like trading that at all. JPCHF, I had a long bias right over here off the 200 EMA in the morning, but you know, at the same time, it was just really choppy, as you can see here, like really choppy. And eventually it did push all the way up for the New York Open, but again, it was just really choppy for that pair. Euro USD, just again swapping liquid 50, nothing really significant. So we generated a lot of ideas for Forex, but wasn't really able to take those ideas because none of them were B setups. None of them were B or A setups. So I didn't take any Forex trades today. Hopefully we can capitalize on the Forex market this week. And also just being transparent with you guys, like this is the chart for the NASDAQ 100 on the MT4. So I took my long right over here in the morning. So as you can see here, these are all my trades that I took today. So yeah, right over here, just basically all my trades for today. Could have definitely done a little bit better today. But at the same time, you know, I'm green. I capitalized as much as I could with just basically having really small risk on this account. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Day one of the FTMO challenge is completed. Like, it was easy enough, so I'm happy about that. I didn't get into any big drawdowns. I did create a buffer size for myself, so that's pretty good. And I'm happy with the results today. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave a like in this video. Subscribe for more content, guys. Every single day, I'm going to be uploading a recap/vlog for you guys for the FTMO challenge, as well as I'm going to be live streaming every single day at 5 a.m. CST, Monday through Friday. So if you guys want to join in my live streams, definitely just jump in, subscribe, and put your notifications on. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.